Well, it is almost 4 o'clock. Today, I am due to be in court because of Ezekiel. I did a 31-minute video about Ezekiel, my neighbor who's threatened to kill me, blah, blah, blah. Mr. Paranoid Schizophrenia, meaning me, like, really God. But nevertheless, you can see I'm rocking because I didn't realize I was rocking until I looked in this picture. So, I decided to do this. It's July 24th, I believe. A few hours ago, it was July 23rd, and my biological mom, Florence Fine Born Katz, died at age 89. I'm real bad with stuff, but anyway. So, I just wanted, because I'm hoping and praying and hoping that God will send the rat-a-tat rescuer. That name soured because I had such high hopes on a pastor specifically in the congregation. They just follow protocol. I guess when you don't really get the intensified second America, because there are two Americas, and what separates them generally is helpless, hopeless homelessness in America. And you just kind of know, you don't know when you're going to die, but you're a ward of the state system. Tickle-taka, ticka-taka, ticka-taka too. Anyway, so if I ever do all the podcasts I'd like to, and really it's just 3 in 1, and then I want to do a separate podcast called Second America. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but the first podcast is solely about eradicating loneliness, starting, that's the vision statement, and then the mission statement is starting in over 26,000 nursing homes in America. Every grandma and grandpa has one or two non-judgmental, uplifting, unconditionally loving friends. Once a week, you go, you're a strong battery in the beginning on a week. Listen, you're going to get wisdom and you're going to come alive and you're going to feel purpose. I promise you. It's just outrageous. So the point is, within a few months, if they're just not so better, I sure understand that. But my real point to you is that you're going to have a friend to the end. It costs you a couple hours a week. You call your local nursing home, the one that's closest. You talk to the activities director. Please don't be shocked. Just think about all the gun violence. So you got to just go through a lot of hoops to get to grandma. That's okay. She's well worth it, or grandpa. And once you do, you find a park bench, or bedridden, well, there's your park bench. No money, no gifts. You're not taking them out for the holidays. But the point is, you're their friend. They have no friends, and stagnant water smells and stinks and gets bad. So fresh water comes in, it's good for everybody. I promise you. All right. But my other podcast will be called Second America. And the Dalai Lama said poverty is the breeding ground of violence. As the most quotable quote, like, so with my background up until age 15, I was a little rich boy, raised an Orthodox Jew. And from 15 to 68, I'm marinated in poverty and insanity because I'm paranoid schizophrenic and homelessness and hospitalizations of so many against my will, psychiatric. I didn't even come out of the closet that I was paranoid schizophrenic till I was 57. Gave up my dream, turnafrownaround.org. You should Google it. Drew Horn 2013 Voice Award acceptance speech. Google it. I've been compared to John Nash in the movie that Russell Crowe won the Academy Award entitled A Beautiful Mind. Da, 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 da. All right. So, but Second America, that's in its simplest form. I'm sure, sadly, there's 40% that I'd go, oh, wow, that's really, you're right. Oh, oh, shit. Yeah, you're right too. But in my mind, like if somebody just real fast said to me, do you have a of one almost guaranteed you're part of Second America, and that's homelessness. It is so in my mind, this podcast has to be totally intertwined. And I know there's a lot of stuff. I don't know what to do with that. There's something, it's separate because I want to get every grandma and grandpa friend. That's a podcast I'm going to call Friendathon. Kind of what I was talking about earlier. I'm 68, so you have to be older. Google it. But Jerry Lewis, and Jerry Lewis took all his fame and decided to rap and use Jewish guilt and made everybody that he knew get involved. Every fire department. This man was a master. But he loved these kids. You know, I hate people. Like everyone's tainted. Where are you living? But that man had the good side of Jerry, man. Wow. So he did a 36-hour, I think, telethon on the Labor Day weekend. And after a while, everybody was just like, wow, great, I'm going to be on the telethon. Like, wow. That was like a way to break in. I wonder, like I have nothing to do. I bet you that'd be very historic to find out who got their break that became famous on a Jerry Lewis telethon. But in the beginning, he had to go to the Rat Pack. And Jerry is volatile like I am. That's why I relate to him so much. So no easy pickings. So anyway, but at least he had a cause that everyone could go listen. He's a fucking pain in the ass, but let's just go on and support him, man. Like, love him or hate him, he's doing a good thing. And it's keeping him more sane. And all that. I relate. So anyway, but I want to do a thing because I hate money and I want to have one thing in America. I mean, I'm idealistic out the could-do on this one, but that has no litigation and definitely has no money. Like I haven't really researched sponsors, but you know, like, what do I care if I feel some organization is really gonna, line up with our cause of eradicating loneliness, starting in over 26,000 nursing cesspool homes in America. Do you know how many of these grandmas and grandpas truly die without a friend? I heard a phrase a long time ago. The difference between a rut and a grave is a rut is a grave with the ends knocked out. I'm just telling you, every day they feel the shoveling of dirt over their head, over their feet. They have nobody. And it's a terrible existence to begin with. I, anyway. So this friend-a-thon should just be awesome. And I want to have it triple, like very simple. Um, I want a children's version, the one that everyone will watch, and then like a Saturday Night Live kind of, you know, all the greats that are on late night television. Like I only know the main biggies, but they're worth. They're just. They are so amazing. Oh, sock it to me. I'm hard pressed not to think the one who's not on anymore, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel. With your host, Stephen Colbert. And I love Seth Meyers. If I'm missing somebody, please don't be mad. I was somewhere else during the Conan years. Sorry, I mean that. I just. All right. So, oh, listen. Haha. I absolutely admire America's Rabbi. I bet he's the most controversial among all the comedians, among the comedians. He just has to be. Yeah, you are an idol of mine, but all of you are idols of mine. It's just, he's completely a very unique, cucumbered, perfect Cat's Deli Manhattan, Center Deli Manhattan pickle. So, I politically, it's just such a different whole realm. And yet there's vaudeville. I'm 68. He just does a borscht belt in the beginning. But I swear to God, I could go off. Listen, I will then. It doesn't matter the order. I just think Stephen Colbert, like, I admire your inspiration, your sincerity, your sarcasm is always on the right side of the underdog. You're just, and you're all equally gifted. It just comes out, the elbow isn't a kneecap and blah, blah. So, oh my God, like, you would have made the greatest priest, but I guess have been Episcopal. And it's so beautiful to see your relationship. And it must be hard, but I know you really try. Like, isn't it amazing? Like, the people that are chronically, and everyone talks about it, but family values. Here you are, like, we're not getting any more liberal than Stephen Colbert. And everything's motivated by the soul of our the present Catholic Pope. Like, I don't study them. My great grandfather was a rabbi, but all right, it's 15. The point is, like, I think this Pope's like, let's, he should write a Gregorian chant folk opera. Maybe you'll do that. You're so talented. On the Sermon on the Mount. Anyway, it's just very refreshing when dogma backwards is am God, am God. Everyone is forging God's name. Everyone is called to a different realm. It's the Tower of Babel, remember? It won't work, but that's the way God set up. Total clamor. Bum, 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 bum. We all start with faulty DNA and move backwards. Cat Stevens, while you, uh, uh, and you'll stop back where you started from. I forget that line. There's that line at 14. It's never left me. Like, the whole concept is getting back to where you started from. Like, God just shows us all how far beyond, if you believe in reincarnation or whatever, but just, because everyone's sinned. We have to. But it's our fault, but it isn't our fault. But it is our fault, but it isn't our fault. Well, and we're just, some are like 100 yards, some 99, 98. How impoverished are you? And that gets back to this other podcast. And I'm sorry, I stopped. Listen, Jimmy Kimmel, I vote for you to go to Congress. Oh my God. I absolutely so admire how you've stood up. Like, you all stand up to the hypocrisy, but you all stand up from compassion. Like, there is not one of you. You're all just bizarrely talented. And I'm sorry, I'm moving back to Second America, but I just want to say, Jimmy, you are. I'm telling you, if I'm ready to put a gun through my head, I want you coming over. I know you battle with your own depression, but man, you just make everything fun. Like, I don't know how to express it. It's just different. Like, the first 3 or 4 I spoke about, there's still an element of stand-up. And you do a great stand-up. Point is, you just inject a complete funny string helium in anything. It's just so refreshing. I mean, and then, the guy who just left, I don't know, you're just such a unique mix of morality and immorality and sarcasm and sweetness and enthusiasm and just a jolly good time, kind of like Jimmy Fallon, but Jimmy is just a Mexican jumping bean. You're just you're like a great straight man. Anyway, and then, who's the other guy? Oh, listen, I've written you. You probably, hey guys, keep an eye out for the psycho. I'll be crazy. Anyway, I just love your writing. I love their writing. I don't know who's writing what. Like, oh, wow. It's just sabadoo. I'm real partial to girls, so I, I, I love that we're the lesbian and the black person. I think, I don't know. I think that's what it is. It's so predictable, and I love that stuff. I love that vaudevillian stupidity, so predictable. But the intelligence of it, the way it's, anyway, Second America. He he who has the gold makes the rules. That'll probably be the tagline. That's why it's Second America. Is I've been homeless so much, coming from that privilege to age 15. I, I'm just telling you, it's just bizarre. So that's why I want the podcast to have no money, zero. I don't want it. I've already run a not for profit, turned a frown around it. It's an inspiration of God and greatest therapist in the world co founded it. And all that, won 12 awards, all super, all bullshit. 80% of it fluff bullshit. Fundraisers, a crapola. So let's do friendathon, no money. And let's just I just want to ask God to do something through me. So everybody just goes, I can do that. No fanfare, no organizational structure, and just do it. And you guys want to organize outside? Wow, great. Go to instead before your bowling league. You spend that. Everybody's invading a certain nursing home, but everyone's got to have each one individual. Remember, everyone needs a real, non-judgmental, uplifting, unconditionally loving. Everyone needs an Everyone needs a non-judgmental, uplifting, unconditional love. Boom, boom, and give them a piece of candy. You know what it is. It's called encouragements. Ah. They turn into lifesavers. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no. All right. So, but Second America, that's different. And there's nobody in First America, even the working poor. I promise you, you have no idea. You don't know. You might be the crossover, but homelessness is. I used to say that there, if you take the word home, HO, and then two center letters, OM, and the last two, ME. Well, there's no ho, ho, ho. There's no home, center, peace. There's no eye of the hurricane. There's no identity. I just cannot tell you. I've done too many of these tapes. I've said that phrase, I'm sure, over hundreds of times. I did a mural on my wall dedicated to Bob Dylan's song Like a Rolling Stone, and I incorporated hope, homelessness. There's no ho, no happiness. Santa Claus ain't coming. You can't find your inner peace. And I mean, if you just have too much like if three dogs are fighting you, I don't care unless you just learn but how many people can do that? So that's my point. There's no center and there is no identity. Get out of here, get out of here. It's just terrible. Homelessness. Wow. So we want to do something about Second America. All right. I don't know why. Oh, I know what I wanted to do, but I ain't going to do it now. I can't see now because the light was, I swear I can't see. So we'll just end there. My beautiful, wonderful, there he is. Greatest dog in the world. That's Mr. Bam Bam. I call him the dog of agape love. I've had podcasts. If you want to know more about this amazing, holy mackerel, agape love, Non-judgmental, uplifting, unconditional love. It's the nectar of all goodness. The Newell, I call it. Nuul. Non-judgmental, uplifting, unconditional love. Bingo. Ba 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 zingo. Yes, you can see I cure insomniacs. Oh. 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 In all kinds of weather, we're always together. Mr. Bam Bam and the crazy RVK. Oh, do do. No matter the weather, we're always together. And Mr. Bam Bam puts up with my raging, engaging, reactionary, berserker call. And he still loves me all for the Luco. I don't know why he loves me, but I'm so lucky. I don't know why. But doesn't it make you cry? Grandma and Grandpa waiting to die in this rut, feeling dirt coming closer, both hands. They don't even have a bam bam, they don't have a friend. So I'm telling you, pick up your phone, just you alone, and say I need to find out the closest nursing home to XY. Where do you live? Talk to the activities director and say, friend-a-thon, this weird guy challenged me today, and I'd like to be someone's friend to the end. Come once a week and just hang out, park bench it. No money, no litigation, just what do I do? I want to just learn from them and be strong too. Ba-doo, ba-doo, ba, ba. Ba-da-dee-dee-dee-dee, ba ba boo. So be a friend to the end. Boom, boom, bang, boom, bang, za-ba-da-doo. I'll be a friend. You know what the vitamin pill is to be a friend? Ba, 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 ba. Be one.